was. I'm visiting today with Patricia Kilburg, a Greenville artist who is here in the Flatiron Building. And Patricia, I've known you for a long time, and I've been so impressed with how you constantly work. You're very prolific. You never stop. You challenge yourself and learn new things all the time. You also are so giving of the information that you know, and you teach, and you share that with others. What is your work habit that keeps you in the studio and keeps you going all the time?
Well, the work is what keeps bringing me back to it. I have a question that's in my head all the time. What would happen if? What would happen if I mix this color with this color? Or what would happen if I mix this medium with this medium? And I guess you would say I'm an experimental artist. And to me, that's my way of being adventurous. So that kind of keeps me coming back to the studio and working whenever I can.
So Patricia, for those of us who are just tuning in for the first time and don't know a lot about encaustic work, tell us a little bit about what that means.
Well, I tell everyone it's the same pigment that's in acrylics and oils and watercolors, but the binder is beeswax. Beeswax and a little bit of resin from trees, natural resin, that acts as a hardener. And it just makes beautiful, vibrant, luminous color because of the transparency of the beeswax and the resin together. And it's ancient. I mean, the medium dates back to the ancient Egyptians and Romans and Greeks. The Egyptians made their mummy portraits 2,000 years ago of the same material, and we can see what people actually looked like back then because it's that lasting. These are they're just delicious. I love them. They're encaustic mixed paints made by my friend Hilla Evans, who manufactures encaustic paint. But these are ones she made personally, and I made a few myself. And what I love about them, they're like crayons, but they're archival. They're just wonderful pigment, and I can draw directly on my hot box with these paints, and it allows me to be really expressive and you know, just do crazy drawings of this kind of thing.
Well, another thing I wanted to ask you is, with all the things you've experimented with between your fiber and quilting and painting and abstract and encaustic, what is the one thing you're most proud of that you've done?
Oh, you know, I think I'm so proud of teaching because, first of all, I mentioned to you, I didn't know that I was a teacher, could be a teacher. And I enjoyed it so much, have enjoyed it so much, still do. And I also really get excited by what people who have taken my workshop have done with it. It's just been amazing to me to see how they have so many people have just taken off with it. And that's very gratifying.
Oh, I bet.
Really, really am happy about that.
Well, I took a tiny little workshop one day at your home.
Yes.
And I was blown away about what a great teacher you were. And just having been with you in other workshops, how positive you are and how you share so much with people of what you know. And I think that's just tells the story right there. And like you, I know of some people who've been taking your classes, and I've seen what they've done. It's incredible.
It is. It really is. And really, for me, it started out from curiosity. I saw encaustic work at our local Greenville County Museum of Art, and I was curious. I just didn't understand it. So when I saw that a class became available, I took it, and I got hooked. I just loved it. And so that's how it started with me. And then when I got good enough, I started teaching at the museum and at our local Greenville Center for Creative Arts, and here in my studio.
Well, you're doing so many things. What do you have coming up as far as teaching and shows? What do you have coming up in the near future?
Well, I am teaching an encaustic workshop right here in my studio the end of May. I think it's the 25th and the 26th, and I do have 2 spots open. But after that, I'm going to take a little break from teaching. I've absolutely loved teaching, and I've shocked myself that I can even do it. I started doing it about 8 or 10 years ago, and never imagined that that would be part of what I do. But I love it because it's just amazing to me what people have done with this medium. I teach encaustic, and the versatility of the medium and the way individual artists, professional artists, seasoned artists, and newbies just do amazing things with it. And it's been very gratifying to me to see that happen. But I am going to take a little break from teaching because I want to focus on this new body of work that I'm working on, and I want to focus on making stripes and cutting them up, and it kind of reverts back to my old days of making patchwork quilts. I can see this going back full circle because I used to love to piece fabrics and put them together, and now I'm piecing papers and putting them together, and I'm kind of excited about that.
Well, that is exciting. When I met you, you were making quilts and doing a lot of fiber art.
Well, that's
And
been a while, Teresa.